How did socialist realism manifest in literature? Have you ever wondered how art and literature can shape a society's beliefs? Today, we will look at how socialist realism played a significant role in the Soviet Union's cultural landscape. Socialist realism was the official artistic and literary doctrine in the Soviet Union, starting in the 1930s and lasting until the late 20th century. This style aimed to portray life under socialism in a way that was both idealized and optimistic. It closely aligned with Marxist-Leninist ideology and the goals of communism. At its heart, socialist realism sought to depict reality as it was evolving toward a socialist future. This meant that literary works focused on the construction of socialism and the liberation of the working class. Writers often highlighted the heroic efforts of proletarian characters engaged in labor and social progress. The goal was to present a positive and hopeful vision of socialist society, showing that the struggles of the people were part of a larger historical movement toward a classless society. Unlike earlier Russian realism, which often examined society's flaws, socialist realism required authors to emphasize the constructive aspects of socialism. Writers avoided pessimism or ambiguity. Characters in these works were typically idealized, embodying virtues such as dedication, self-sacrifice, and a collective spirit. The narratives were straightforward, designed to inspire readers and reinforce communist values. Socialist realism also functioned as a tool of propaganda and education. It reinforced the legitimacy of the Soviet state and its policies. Literature under this doctrine was closely monitored and controlled by the state. Censorship ensured that only works conforming to socialist ideals were published and promoted. This control extended to suppressing dissenting voices and alternative artistic expressions. In practical terms, socialist realism in literature featured stories centered on workers, peasants, and soldiers as protagonists contributing to the socialist cause. Common themes included industrial and agricultural progress, technological advancement, and collective effort. The narrative style was accessible and clear, steering clear of complex symbolism or ambiguous meanings. There was a strong emphasis on optimism about the future and the eventual triumph of socialism. From the perspective of the communist regime, socialist realism was not just an artistic method but a purposeful cultural practice. It aimed to unify the people around shared ideals and reflected the revolutionary development of society. By portraying the lives and struggles of ordinary people in a positive light, socialist realism helped inspire commitment to communist goals and foster a collective identity rooted in socialist values.